Hello, everyone, and welcome to another live stream here today. It is a Sunday live stream. It is the penultimate weekend of the Premier League. Of course, we had the FA Cup final yesterday. I had to end the stream early yesterday to do something. Yeah, and it wasn't really. Nobody was really here anyway, so it didn't really matter in the end. But yes, we have got some important games up and down the country. We have got Tottenham taking on Burnley. That is almost finished. Spurs currently leading 1-0 thanks to a Harry Kane penalty. Could that cost Burnley their place in the Premier League? There's 5 minutes left of that game to go, plus stoppage time. And the other games, we've got Leeds United taking on Brighton, hoping to take advantage of that. Later on, Everton hosting Brentford at Goodison Park in the 4:30 kickoff to see who will stay up. See if Everton can get a little closer to safety. Some dead rubber games as well. Hello, Coach's Corner. Good to see you, mate. We've got Aston Villa against Crystal Palace. We've got Watford against Leicester. Watford and Leicester, yeah. Watford are already down, and Leicester haven't really got much to play for. And Manchester City away to West Ham. That'll be the big game everyone will be looking at. Wolves against already relegated Norwich. And, of course, Everton against Brentford. That is the big game later on. So, yeah, we are going to see what happens in the conclusion of the end of this game. So, Philip Coutinho is a permanent Aston Villa signing. There's a lot of flags around at Villa Park. Yeah, Roy Hodgson relegated, of course, with Watford. To be honest, I really don't understand why he took that job in the first place. I would never, just because he pulled something off in 2008, he had the quality players then. You know, Danny Murphy, Jimmy Bullard, you name them. Just getting.
And Jonathan Overend is there for us. Jonathan, you teased us with programme notes. Let's hear it.
Well, he praised the Watford players who, of course, got that point against Everton in midweek, ending that run of consecutive home defeats. And he said of those players, they'd have been well within their rights to come knocking on my door earlier in the season to ask why they weren't getting more game time. Now, he then goes on to say, perhaps I'm left to reflect that some of the players suggested to me as the ones who would resolve the club's parlous situation weren't in fact able to produce the performances that they've been billed as being capable of, which if we rewind to the match at Crystal Palace a couple of Saturdays ago, was the point we were making in sports.
Send me the link so I can... Right, okay, so what we do here, we don't really do like funny links and stuff like that. I'm terrible with stuff like that. Even if you taught me, I still wouldn't get it. So basically what we do is we have an Instagram live and we have a discussion. So you could call me on Instagram if you wanted to, or you could just talk in the casual chat. That's what we do here. I just find it very, very easier. Yeah, people say, oh, use I forgot what the website's called now, but yeah.
Big day for right options, special day for Mark Noble. John Murray.
Yes, here at the West Ham Stadium, you don't often see this. One man walking out onto the pitch. He's one of the substitutes today. With Mark Noble, they photographed here at Mr. West Ham. And he's walked out onto the pitch with the bubbles being pumped out.
I think it's a joke that you'd play him.
Past the arch where the players will line up. And out into the centre of the field where there is a huge Mark Noble shirt draped over the centre circle. And of course, in the very hot stand on the far side of the ground, which mirrors that, claret blue, and then the white Noble ring at the top.
Emotional day for Mark Noble. His last West Ham home game, he's holding back the tears. I wonder if he'll come on in the 16th minute. I don't know. Swindon have beaten Port Vale. On a sec. Oh, hello, Zvoy. Welcome to the channel. Just hang on a sec. So, Spurs seconds away from another big win over Burnley this time. Okay, so what I'm going to do is try find Bing Sport, get a game up. So hang on 1 second. Just want to see where the remote is. Fire stick remote. I think. No, it's not here. I'm not sure where it is.
Right, let's take you back to the London Stadium. Full commentary of West Ham versus Manchester City. City can get another step closer.
West Ham versus Man City.
They have an obstacle in their way. Matt Upson is with correspondent John Brown.
They do the emotion of West Ham, and also what West Ham need to do in the Premier League table as well. That's significant. So welcome everyone inside the London Stadium here on the
We will get updates up and around the grounds. We've got last day of the non-league season, which is to see if Stockport can go up, see if Wrexham can go up, perhaps.
But these two teams both have a great deal to play for over the next 8 days. West Ham, claret blue shirts, white shorts, claret blue socks, and Manchester City in the dark blue away kit today. Dark blue shirts, shorts, socks, with the white trim, the white numbers. West Ham in possession with Zuma near the edge of his own penalty area, passing it back to Fabianski. And Mark, Matthew Watson sitting alongside me.
Can't believe Matt Noble isn't playing.
Before we talk about the game, a word about your old teammate, Mark Noble. Hardly a dry eye in the stadium after that.
Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, if you are new to the channel. All likes will be appreciated as well.
It's just huge. So to know that feeling that you're never going to turn out at home in front of this crowd again is a very emotional thing, and he's got to refocus now. That's the challenge. It's a massive game. You've had that before the game. Now you've got to get your head on. It could be on the pitch in 5 minutes' time. You never know. So you've got to be ready. Point, Grealish in possession. Manchester City halfway inside the West Ham. Half the ball is cleared in from the left-hand side by Bernardo Silva. Took a double deflection. Essentially, this is both thank you to Fabianski, who was able to pick it up at the very early stages. The Bosnia, I mean, you could see it breathing very deeply. Really, tears all over his face down on the bench when he went back there. 18 years ago it is. Almost 18 years ago since he made his first two debut. Since he first walked in the training. Ball in for forward on the right-hand side. And Everton comes all in deep.
Pressure on Manchester City early on.
There's no surprise to me whatsoever. Jared Bowen had no intention of using the overlap of some foul. So they are going to stick forward in that box today. Let me tell you, they're going to put forward the box at every opportunity. Here's the corner, then in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. They turn it up in the air. The bounces down quickly over the clear. The Porkers in there. He's able to get it away. If you haven't heard, that's the case for Porter, Fernandinho, Arthur Singh, and Glenn.
West Ham are very much on top in the early stages at London Stadium. I will update you about any goals that happen up and across the Premier League today. Tomorrow, next time, guys, next Sunday will be the last stream of the season. It will be a very full, successful season. And we will be back next year, of course, in the summer, on the opening day of the new campaign. But, I thought I was going to do a lot more streams, but I just seem to be losing the energy. I am going to be doing it next Sunday, guaranteed. But, next Sunday will be the last stream of this season in particular. Might do the Championship playoff final and maybe Champions League. Maybe. That's not a guarantee, but as far as I'm concerned at the moment, I'm not going to be streaming so much. Arsenal play Newcastle tomorrow. That's going to be really difficult for Arsenal because Newcastle have got a great spirit about them and particularly quite good at home. I've gone with a 2-1 Arsenal win. I think they can go to St James's and go get a win. I think that's highly possible. Who do you think is going to get top 4 then? Spurs or Arsenal? I'm still saying Arsenal at this point. It's very hard to tell. I do think Thursday night does. I won't be, I think if Tottenham had lost today, people would have said it's a typical Spursy performance. But they've ground it out and dug deep. Thanks to a penalty from Kane. Watford are in the league, by the way, guys. Watford haven't won a home game since beating Man United in November. Castagna own goal. It says João Pedro, but from what I heard, it said it was an own goal. But yeah, I'll just stick to what I've got so far. Still goalless here at the London Stadium. Burnley have still got 2 games left to play. They've got Aston Villa in midweek, and they've got Newcastle on the last day. I think Leeds still in the same position, I believe. Kind of a little flick through the games. So Brighton have got a free kick in at Ellen Road, and it was absolutely dreadful.
by Donna. Graham Scott, who's the fourth official there, I think it was Emmerich Laporte. Graham Scott came walking forward with a smile on his face, and he whacked his finger at Laporte.
Anthony Taylor's having a good laugh at it anyway. I think he stands on his foot, Laporte, as he comes up the touchline. The linesman's right there, and that stamps on his foot, doesn't he?
But the linesman has got an injury.
And Emmerich Laporte's actually done the motioning diving to
Well, nil down to Watford, yeah. But the linesman's got an injury at West Ham.
Lovely change of feet from him, but the shot was blocked by Kurt Zuma. Ball bounces out towards the left-hand side, but Grealish can't keep it in play. So West Ham nil, Manchester City
just opened up there a little bit for Jesus.
Free kick Crystal Palace in their game at Villa.
Front three of City, because when he drops
Blocked.
in that pocket, one of the centre-backs almost has to go with him. And
Zaha against Cash.
and Zuma, both those types, they like to hold their position, keep that line, just take the edge of their box. So with that decision when to come out and go all the way with Jesus, and the other one is aware of that space, it's going to be the conundrum for those two centre-backs.
The only goal so far in the 2 o'clock kickoffs, the goal that Leicester scored at Watford. We're going back there, I think, to Jonathan O'Brien.
It hits the bar again. They lead 1-0. It comes from another corner.
I mean, it's one of the stories of the season, isn't it? This ridiculous Leicester defending at set plays. They conceded one already, and they're lucky now not to be 2-0 down, but 1-0 it remains. To one of you next, Betty Glover.
Wolves nil, Norwich nil, just over 11 minutes. Some decent stuff on both sides. Johnny had a shot on the volley which was blocked for Wolves. Well, Norwich had their own opportunities too after brilliant play. Pookie just put one wide. Wolves nil, Norwich nil.
You can listen to commentary on that, by the way, via the BBC Sports website, because the Women's FA Cup final will be getting underway shortly on Sports Extra and on BBC One as well, so you can watch it if you're at home, or indeed if you've got your device with you, wherever you are. We're going to Villa Park in a moment, but West Ham are defending. Manchester City coming forward. Grealish plays it back to Laporte near the halfway line, and Laporte plays the ball from foot to foot, uses his right to stroke it to Bernardo Silva, and then the little bearded Portuguese gets it back and gives it square to Fernandinho, and Fernandinho hits a pass to the edge of the penalty area. I think he was looking for Mahrez actually, but it was intercepted on the edge of the box, and West Ham were able to clear. So to Villa Park and Pat Murphy.
He'll go here against Crystal Palace. Ings and Mings. Ings volleyed 15 yards out just over the bar, should have done better. And then the Villa captain booked for Tom Gallagher. Tremendous atmosphere here, John. Built up beforehand. Classy touch by Stephen Gerrard and the Villa players. Applauding onto the pitch. The 1982 squad that won the European Cup. That really set up this afternoon's entertainment. Villa nil, Crystal Palace nil.
Brilliant, yes, and of course in the stand where Pat's sitting to his left, they've got the commentary from that night written across the front of that stand when Peter Wynn scored the famous goal. So a lovely touch that from Phil. Here's Grealish on the left-hand side, back to Zinchenko. Still 0-0 here between West Ham and Manchester City. Fernandinho, now to Cancelo. Manchester City dominating possession, trying to press that foot on the accelerator and get the early goal that will settle them. Laporte turns onto his left foot. Liverpool, the FA Cup winners last night, will I'm sure be listening and watch on and urging West Ham on, no doubt. What a double result that would be, wouldn't it, for Liverpool if West Ham were able to get something today against Manchester City. Here's Fernandinho playing the ball over the top, and it's drilled across but headed away by Rice, who was in position there. And West Ham finally get a touch, and Antonio trying to take it away his challenge, and the ball bounces out of play for a throw in. West Ham
Possession masterclass at the moment, isn't it, for Manchester City? The way that they're moving the ball, almost like horseshoeing it around the West Ham box. They're trying to get out and apply pressure, but their movement is just so good.
West Ham, I don't think they've barely been in the Manchester City half over the course of the last couple minutes or so. They do now. Antonio's challenge goes down. Big shout for a free kick. Each not given by referee Taylor. So it's Manchester City who are on the move again, bringing the ball forward with Bernardo Silva. Now Zinchenko. Then uses Laporte, who again rolls the ball over the surface of the West Ham pitch to Grealish, who's cutting in field. Grealish then cross-field pass. It's high. Cancelo chases after it, brings it down. He's got Mahrez behind him. Manchester City's top scorer.
Oh, Norwich could be in here. It's Timu Pookie. Good save. Oh, good tackle from Willy Boly.
Scrambled away, headed away by by Zuma as it bounced up to it. And West Ham play again, but this is quite an onslaught.
Really hungry.
In terms of the possession,
It's just absolute world class the way they've started this game with the ball. I think the frustrating thing for West Ham is the moment they clear the ball, they'll try and play that into Antonio. He might win the first ball, his first touch into midfield, but all of a sudden there's a Manchester City player snapping away, stealing the ball back, and another wave of possession and attack. And West Ham just about cleared their lines there with Zuma getting the head on the ball, but Jesus found a little bit of space in the 6-yard box and very nearly had an effort on goal.
Grealish playing the ball in from the left-hand side into the penalty area. Zinchenko is there, gives it back to Grealish with a stab with the outside of his right foot from Grealish, and then back to Laporte again. It just has that feeling that it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, how deep are they though, John? West Ham, the whole team.
De Bruyne playing it in. Fabianski's lost it, but he's got it. He's got it. And Grealish has taken it away from him. The West Ham goalkeeper was on the ground with the ball, and Grealish just put a little foot in there, put it away from him. I take it back from the look on your face. You're not convinced that Fabianski was had that ball completely under control.
No, I don't think he did. And I think goalkeepers, always get the benefit of this situation. He fumbled the first one, and then that's another attempt to catch the ball, and then pops out. And I'm not too sure if he's got the ball under control in his hands. It's a difficult one, but I think Jack Grealish was entitled to try to stab at it.
Well, at least a quarter of an hour has gone by since we had an ovation for Mark Noble. And we're in the 16th minute. And that is the number that Mark Noble wears on his West Ham shirt. So listen to this. 50,000 people together.
How well is he doing to hold it together, John, to be honest? I mean, it must be so emotional for him.
As West Ham come forward, maybe inspired by that, Antonio plays the ball around Fernandinho, takes it into the box. Fernandinho, brilliant recovery to get a foot in, went to ground against Antonio. There were other defenders there as well. The ball bounces behind him, Anthony Taylor says, I think he's given a free kick against Antonio.
Just a little snippet there, wasn't there? The situation that Antonio can exploit with his 1v1 with Fernandinho.
Yeah, nothing quite going on at the moment.
When he's powerful and dynamic as what he is, he runs into the space. Fernandinho just about matches him. But that is certainly something that West Ham could exploit in this game. But the reaction of the West Ham fans, the decision did go their way. I mean, it was electric in this stadium at that moment.
Goal at Watford. Leicester have an equaliser.
It's not the faint-hearted, is it? It's not. So West Ham nil, Manchester City nil. Back at Vicarage Road, jumping over it. 1-1 now. Watford had started this match really well, but their centre-backs have just collided with each other, which is never a great idea. It let in Tielemans, who slipped it past Foster, and Maddison had an open goal to hit the equaliser. Watford 1, Leicester 1. Burnley fans in their cars heading back from Tottenham will be thinking, what's happening at Leeds? John Akers.
Leeds nil, Brighton nil. 17 minutes gone, and Brighton have just had the best chance of the game. Solly March, unmarked, left foot on his own, 10 yards, dragged it wide. Leeds nil, Brighton nil.
Manchester City playing the ball back to goalkeeper Ederson, who is a solitary figure, all in shocking pink in the goal to our right, with orange boots. Not sure if that necessarily goes together. Here's Grealish in from the left-hand side. It's rather Eurovision there, doesn't it? Here's Bernardo Silva carrying it to the edge of the box.
So West Ham nil, Manchester City nil at London Stadium.
Cancelo's low ball in towards the edge of the penalty area to Brunner.
And now
Bernardo Silva in the box. Here on the left-hand side, it's curled across, and Grealish couldn't get his head to it, and the ball goes all the way through behind.
So 2 goals, but both of them coming at the Vicarage Road.
0-0. And almost 20 minutes played. It's been eventful. Did you tune in last night? Did you know what? I was actually about to go to, because I didn't get back until late last night, where I was staying after the cup final. And I actually saw a tweet from John Cross of the Daily Mirror, which said, can't believe what's happening here in Eurovision. So I put the television on, and I watched the rest of it.
Did you?
Did you watch it?
I saw our act, but I didn't see the results coming.
It was almost as exciting as the cup final.
Really?
Yeah. Here's De Bruyne. De Bruyne with a high ball over the top through the middle, but out comes Fabianski, gets there first for the half
I
volley.
didn't fancy digging deep enough into your wardrobe for that pink suit today then, John. You've gone for the navy.
But I'm going to leave that for the last day of the Premier League next Sunday afternoon. And I hope you're going to all be with us at 4 o'clock, wherever we are. We don't know yet. Depends what happens between then and now. West Ham 0, Manchester City 0. Bernardo Silva to the left-hand side to Zinchenko, who looked to cross on his left foot, but instead Bourne was in front of him, so gives it back to Bernardo Silva. And now to the left-hand side to Zinchenko. Patience from Manchester City. The City fans, by the way, in good voice as well inside the ground. They must feel like intruders at a big party, the Manchester City supporters today. But this is vitally important for City. If they can't win this game, that just gives Liverpool quite a glimmer. We'll be with Liverpool at Southampton on Tuesday night as well, by the way, for the commentary.
That's going to be an interesting game.
Last we looked, it was 78% possession for Manchester City.
Southampton against Liverpool.
Total possession. Laporte now to the right-hand side. Cancelo around the outside. Low ball in, which is cleared away at the near post by Cresswell. West Ham haven't been able to clear it. Rodri shoots it, deflected right across the face of goal, of course.
West Ham close.
Behind corner Manchester City. Before that's taken, though, important events at Elland Road. John Akers.
Goal for Brighton.
Oh, Brighton. Brighton are in front.
Uses his strength, balance, poise, right foot, corner of the 6-yard box, dinks it over the goalkeeper, just after lead and had a chance at the other end. Rodrigo made the wrong
And goal also at Watford. Leicester have taken the lead.
Leeds in trouble. Leeds 0, Brighton 1.
Well, and another goal at Watford, Jonathan Overend. And now it's 2-1 to Leicester. And it's another calamity at the back for Watford as Ben Foster came right out to the edge of his box, trying to punch a long ball. But Jamie Vardy beat him to it with his head, and into the empty net went the ball. Watford 1, Leicester 2. West Ham fans obliging, he kept the ball in the crowd, so we had plenty of time for all that. Manchester City only just take the corner now, took it short. Now to the edge of the box from De Bruyne. Comes back for Bernardo Silva. That's blocked. Oh, then the shot from Fernandinho. Outside of his right foot. 22 yards. Flashed over the top right corner.
It sat up lovely for Fernandinho onto his right foot. He had to kind of cut across the ball, as you mentioned, John. It's quite a difficult technique to keep that down. He slices across it, goes for the far post. I think Fabianski may have got a fingertip on this had it been on target. But for me, Manchester City, the most impressive thing, we saw it in earning that corner, is when they lose the ball, the reaction to win it back. We can admire the possession, but when it gets turned over, the most frustrating thing for West Ham at the moment is that they're just not able to keep the ball long enough to even counter-attack. But, you know, it gets into their possession within 2 seconds. It's back with Manchester City.
Oh, hello.
Going forward now, the ball's played over the top to Bourne. He's 1-on-1. He's round Ederson. The angle tight. And he scores.
And West Ham have taken the lead. Jared Bowen.
Well, just as I was saying, they haven't had the ball. All of a sudden,
Wow. What a statement.
Needs to be described. It's a great run from Jared Bowen. He's anticipating it. It comes out from Fabianski, drops into midfield, and it's just like a hook over the top. I think it's Fornals with the pass. It looks like Laporte is just half a yard deeper than Jared Bowen, and he runs in behind Zinchenko.
Wow.
Ederson, and that's a brilliant finish. It really is with his left foot. It's quite a tight angle he gets to. He has 1 touch, 2 touches round the goalkeeper, and he just clips the ball into the far post as Laporte sliding into his own goal. Brilliant anticipation from Jared Bowen, who's just been an outstanding player for West Ham this season.
Well, what about that? And a very good call, incidentally, by Gary Bezic, the assistant, who was caught, was kicked by Laporte early on in the match, but recovered. And it was the correct call. It was the right call. The pass from Fornals just lifted it over the defence And Bourne timed his run perfectly.
You know, sometimes when you've had the amount of ball that Manchester City had, it's just not being switched on to defending. And I just don't think Zinchenko really got in position or expected the ball over the top.
Zuma's only half cleared, and then Cresswell only half clears, but then it's cleared up towards Antonio, who was challenged. Went down, no free kick. Again, Anthony Taylor, totally unmoved. So West Ham 1, Manchester City 0. That's the news if you're a Liverpool supporter. As Antonio finds Fornals. Fornals, though, instead of going forward, groans because he went back and gave it to Cresswell and then to Zuma. And Fabianski just runs the ball across his penalty area and hits a long one to the halfway line. But then Solskjaer's ball. This is for Bourne to chase, but Laporte got there on the edge of the box, just ahead of him, and returned it to Ederson. So what about this? West Ham 1, Manchester City 0.
Well, certainly livened this game up massively. Manchester City now. I mean, I'm not expecting them to panic. They'll keep doing their thing, but it just shows you the ability that West Ham have on that break. I mean, they didn't have the ball for longer than 2 seconds, but it was just how direct they were, able to hook it over. And when you got the runs of Antonio and Bowen especially, who timed it brilliantly, it can hurt you. So much possession, you almost forget that you have to defend, John. I mean, they've been so dominant in this game so far, Manchester City.
Manchester City with it in the centre circle. So this is what City are up against here now. This noise, this intense noise. Zinchenko
Brilliant noise around the London Stadium.
On the edge of the 6-yard area. They're up against this noise, and they're up against that excellent finish from Jared Bourne, who's one-on-one. His touch as he went round the goalkeeper Ederson did send him wide. There were 2 defenders coming.
He is indeed.
But he threaded it in brilliantly.
Ex-Hull man.
He just lifted it a little bit, John, didn't he? As he was falling off.
Ex-Hull City man, Max. Yeah, Leeds behind, Leicester in front, Manchester City behind as well. That's
just dominant in recent matches, as you'll probably be aware, as Antonio turns and sends the pass forward down the left.
West Ham are causing all sorts right now.
West Ham bringing bodies forward, but Manchester City have got bodies back. Solskjaer. And now that's got its own standing ovation. That challenge from Dawson. Fornals then gets it straight to Rice, and Manchester City are defending. West Ham are into the City box. Cross from the left-hand side. Bourne hits it to the edge of the area. Then it's played out to Foul on the right-hand side. So Foul takes on Zinchenko over the byline. He's got his foot in and dropped it behind for a corner. Corner to West Ham.
With a roar in this stadium at the moment is incredible. If West Ham get any kind of
West Ham are much well on top at the moment.
And the noise is just ringing round the place. I mean, they're in a sticky spot at the moment at Man City because this corner that Jared Bowen is lining up with his left foot is going to be an in-swinger. And my guess is Zuma, Dawson, Souček, Rice, they're all going to pile into that penalty box and that 6-yard box area.
They know how to do this, don't they? It comes from Bourne. It's headed across the penalty area, but headed straight into the path of Gabriel Jesus for Manchester City, who's able to run it away. City are up on a counter-attack. There's a fortunate break of the ball. De Bruyne plays it out to the right, and then Cancelo is there. Claret and blue shirts getting back. Navy blue City shirts pouring forward. Cancelo checks back onto his right foot. He plays it back centrally, and then tripped by Fernandinho is not given as a free kick. Anthony Taylor is not having that, and then a shot from the top from 25 yards flies over the top. He's going to hook it. Fabianski wasn't sure, and that was not far.
Well, West Ham fans are booing referee Taylor.
He is walking over the corner.
Yeah, no, I thought he was walking towards him. He can't put his hand towards his pocket. Anthony Taylor. I thought it was sure it was a dive, and I thought he may have booked him.
Was it a free kick? You've not seen it again, we should have.
And that is a fingertip from Fabianski as well. So I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if it was a dive, but certainly Fabianski got a little fingertip to that one. It should have been a corner.
Very, very much fingertip ends. I think HD 12 or whatever HD we're on now. I think picked that one out.
Yeah. I don't think we would have noticed that from track here, John.
I don't think Anthony Taylor's got HD vision. West Ham 1, Manchester City 0. This run that City have been on, these convincing wins, 3-0 against Brighton, 5-1 Watford, 4-0 Leeds, 5-0 Newcastle, 5-1 Wolves. The thing is, City have got ahead in all of those matches. Here, they are behind. This is a little taste of actually what Liverpool have had to do in recent times. Come from behind in a match. Zinchenko with a cross, headed down by Rice, still in the West Ham box. Rodri, and then it's returned by De Bruyne back towards the halfway line. Bernardo Silva now towards the edge of the penalty area. Manchester City pouring on the pressure. Zinchenko with the cross to high line the back post. Fabianski comes, catches, and then throws the ball forward over the halfway line. And Antonio's collected it. And Antonio front-footing goes back Fernandinho. And then Cancelo in with the public challenge. And the cheers here, they've raised the roof because West Ham have got a free kick.
West Ham free kick here.
For Manchester City at the moment. I mean, just to cope with the noise in this stadium, but the way that West Ham are playing, they're just handling this game brilliantly. They're defending deep, they're coping with the possession that Manchester City have, and then they are trying to hit them at any opportunity on the counter. Antonio peeling onto that side where Fernandinho is. The space is there, and all of a sudden, the crowd just lifts, and the amount of runners that West Ham into the box. There's another set piece, a wide free kick now that they have to deal with.
What do you think? I'm not entirely sure that was a foul.
Maybe not, but as he knocks it, his leg's out there, and I think Antonio uses it. He uses the leg of Fernandinho to take the measurement.
Free kick, and here it comes, looking for Rice, but it was headed away. Because Fernandinho with a header did well for City there against Declan Rice. And then Grealish over the halfway line.
Oh.
Challenge for that one. He's caught Grealish and Anthony Taylor now.
City have got free kick now.
For the first time in the match, toward Jared Bourne. Free kick Manchester City. West Ham are leading 1-0. More from Matt Upson in a moment. But to Villa Park and Pat Murphy.
It's Villa 0, Palace 0. Palace much the better side. They're sharper, more energetic, quicker. Zaha given too much space, 25 yards out. The swerving shot palmed away by Martinez. Villa just can't keep the ball. Villa 0, Palace 0.
All on the other side of London, the FA Cup final, the Women's FA Cup final on this Cup finals weekend is underway. So it is on Sport Extra. Vicky Sparks and Laura Bassett with the commentary, Chelsea against Manchester City. So you can watch it on BBC One, listen to it on Sports Extra. And if the atmosphere is anything like this, then that should be a rousing occasion after the events at Wembley Stadium last night.
If West Ham win this, yeah, it makes the... And then Liverpool win on Tuesday. Again, you know, the last day is going to be very, very, very intriguing.
Was in the match when they lost at home to Tottenham in February. Here's Grealish up to the edge of the box. It's cleared away by Sofa. Comes back to Zinchenko. Zinchenko square towards Rodri. West Ham drop back. West Ham, we've had a whole week. David Moyes has had a whole week to prepare for this game. Since West Ham won comfortably at Norwich last Sunday afternoon. Ben Rama was injured in that match, so he's not involved, but otherwise that's the only change that David Moyes made. Here's Cancelo. Cancelo bringing it forward on the right. West Ham closing down, and now the ball is turned across towards the near post, and here comes the sliding interception for West Ham. Rodri have ghosted in there, but it's slid behind for a corner to Manchester City from the right. Going to go back to Elland Road in a moment, but Manchester City have got a corner here from over on the far side, and De Bruyne is quickly out there to take it. In fact, it's a left-footed corner from Mahrez, which is swinging and headed away on the edge of the 6-yard box, and it will roll out of play now from Manchester City throw. So what's happening at Elland Road? John Akins.
Leeds 0, Brighton 1. 33 minutes gone. The atmosphere toxic whenever Brighton have got the ball, and they've had it a bit. They're carving Leeds open at will at times. Gross right foot angle.
Leeds really are struggling.
Just quick one over the bar for Brighton. Leeds have had a couple of efforts from distance. Leeds 0, Brighton 1.
Until Molyneux, Betty Glover.
Wolves 0, Norwich 0. 35 minutes gone. Best chance fallen to Norwich. Pukki once again played in behind the defence. had a shot, but Ruddy managed to punch it away. Wolves cleared it eventually, but their defending has been pretty shoddy. They have woken up a bit though. Neto's cross nearly sneaked into the far post a moment ago. It was tipped away though. Wolves 0, Norwich 0.
Let's see how things have started in the cup final at Wembley. John Southall. Afternoon, John. Chelsea 0, Manchester City 0, but two early chances for City. Caroline Weir 10 yards out over the bar. And the Iron just had a shot caught. 5 runs inside Wembley. Chelsea 0, Man City 0. Oh, chance Manchester City. Gabriel Jesus in the box. 16 yards out, onto his left foot, hit a low shot. I was expecting it to find the bottom corner, but it was just wide of the foot of the post.
Yes, great driving run from Zinchenko, who when he plays left back, I mean, he just pops up all over the pitch, doesn't he? He goes so far in.
Let's have a look.
Break them down. They're having to go into wide areas or have long shots.
Oh, lovely footwork from Jesus. He's beaten 2-3, shoots, it's blocked, comes back to it. Jesus challenge, then a side foot shot from Mahrez, deflected, took all the pace off it, and Fabianski was able to move to his left and grab it.
There was all sorts happening there. There was bodies on the floor, ricochet shots up in the air, but eventually, at last,
What a lead this is here for West Ham.
Turns brilliantly one way and then does Rice the other, and I think then Rice goes to ground. The ball deflects up in the air. There's a lot going on. So many bodies in that penalty area. And I think that Manchester City may get some joy in that sense, but it might just be a little bit scruffy, John. You know, just like pressure, relentless pressure. Get the ball in the box, get it into Jesus' feet, win a penalty. The ball might pop out for somebody to tap it in. That type of thing at the moment is looking likely, and they're the kind of attacks that Manchester City are having.
Opening goal at Molineux, Betty Glover.
It's Wolves 0, relegated Norwich City 1. Timu
Norwich City are ahead.
having his chances, and he managed to get into the bottom right-hand corner, dodging the defenders, and Norwich have got their goal. Wolves 0, Norwich 1.
The final scores in the Premiership earlier, by the way. Aberdeen 0, St Mirren 0, Hibs 4, St Johnstone 0, Livingston 2, relegated Dundee 1. Here's Grealish now into the right-back position for Manchester City. Onto his left foot, jumps up to the back post. It's gone a long way. Mahrez is there, takes it down, but running away across the penalty area. Left-footed ball back in. Up goes the header away. Zinchenko shoots it back in.
So Norwich City are in front at Molineux. Wolves been in some rubbish form, haven't they?
Continue to lead 1-0. Now, if the final whistle were to go now in this match, West Ham would move above Manchester United on goal difference, so they would both have 58 points.
You know, we've barely spoken about that, have we? You know, the focus has been on so many different things. Mark Noble, Manchester City, top 4, but that is very significant, isn't it?
It would, because that would have West Ham in the European position to go into the Europa League, where of course they reached the semi-final this season, and Manchester United would be in the Europa Conference League places for Eric Ten Hag's first season in charge. The problem with those live tables, as it stands and all that, is the whistle's not going now. So it's a tempting little glimpse, isn't it, when you look at those tables of look what you could have won. Is in an offside position.
Manchester United are 7th place.
Inside their own half. Going excellent finish. He won the
So
of the Year award at the West Ham.
it looks like Manchester United are going to be playing in the Conference League next season.
Was for the second consecutive season.
2 standout performers, aren't they? I mean, it's hard to draw
City coming forward, ball
and there's no chance of, as it stands, and it looks like Brighton, they're 8th place, they can't catch us, so we're 8 points ahead of them.
challenge for an aerial ball that bounced up, the arms swinging, but actually, free kicks.
I don't know. What do you want to play, Europa League or Conference League? I'd rather not get Europe at all. But looks like, well, we have guaranteed European football. Come on, City can't handle Liverpool winning the Prem.
Get it to half time at this, and West Ham have worked extremely hard. I have to say, they've shut the ball down, they've really grafted, and whether or not they can do that at that tempo for 90 minutes is going to be a big question.
It certainly is. But as I said,
David
Moyes has been drilling them all.
This is the game that's...
There's the free kick goes Manchester City's way from foul on Gabriel Jesus.
This is the game for me where Man City are always going to find it difficult because this West Ham team are really good.
Have beaten Manchester City this season on penalties, admittedly, in the Carabao Cup. But when Manchester City, the holders of that competition, serial winners, West Ham knocked them out. Here's Grealish playing the ball into the penalty area, and then Bernardo Silva, left side of the box, works it back towards the edge of the area, but that is intercepted, cut out by West Ham, who clear it up towards Antonio, and Antonio got ahead to that. He's got two men around him. He loves this kind of battle, and he's got away from Cancelo and Fernandinho, and Antonio now down the left-hand side.
West Ham close again. Nope. Nothing happened. Hopefully, Real beat Liverpool in the UCL and Liverpool win the Prem. Okay. You don't think they're going to do a quadruple?
West Ham won, Manchester City nil. He's not a bulldozer when he gets going, is he? He just muscles people out the way. He lifts the ball over.
Jurgen Klopp has to be, I think for me, has to be the best manager in the world. It is so competitive between him and Pep, but I think Klopp is just taking over now. If he can do this, win the quadruple.
Passing it in field towards Zinchenko. 1-0 West Ham lead. It's Aston Villa 0, Crystal Palace 0, Leeds 0, Brighton 1, Watford 1, Leicester 2, and Wolves 0, Norwich 1. The 2 o'clock kickoffs earlier. Burnley lost 1-0 at Tottenham. Tottenham currently in 4th place because the whistle has gone in that match. 6:06 to talk about it later from round about 7 o'clock with Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton, and we've got commentary from 4:30 on Everton Brentford on this 5 Live Premier League Sunday. Manchester City in possession again inside the West Ham half. Ball played over the top, but Declan Rice is able to get up. He was watching the run of De Bruyne, but he was able just to take a hop, head that away. Here is the goal scorer, Jared Bowen, now on the right. Bowen carrying the ball. He's got Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, but he's working between them. And then Fornals, as he was twisting, lost possession, and Manchester City come forward again. Less than 2 minutes of the first 45 to go. And Manchester City again with Mahrez finding Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne on the left wing now. He's got Grealish there as well. Short pass to Grealish. Grealish drifts past Trossard. Put the foot in. Caught Grealish. He tumbled over. Free kick Manchester City.
There wasn't too much contact, but Sofal just went fishing here. If Jack Grealish faces him up, it was pretty obvious he was going to drop that right shoulder and then go to the byline, and he just dangled that right leg. Sofal went, there you go over that, and Grealish obliges and wins that free kick. But for me, trying to stay on your feet, I don't think he could because he was at full flow, but it's going to have to be a real quality delivery from Kevin De Bruyne, because I think in the box, West Ham are pretty well equipped to deal in the air with Manchester City. It's just whether or not this delivery is so difficult for Fabianski, and we know De Bruyne with that right foot can just do anything.
It's so good, really. Here's De Bruyne, plays the ball in, and it is straight in.
Over the top of the crossbar.
He whipped it in from the angle. I thought someone might have put a touch on that, and if it had, it would have flashed past Fabianski.
It just needed straight at the keeper. Needed someone across the face. Nobody. Jesus was so far in advance of the near post. For me, you want him running from the penalty spot across that near post. Anybody flashing across that ball would have caused all sorts of problems for Fabianski.
So 1-0 West Ham lead. West Ham coming forward again. Antonio the ball in the game. Ball shot.
It's 2-0.
It's 2-0.
Jared Bowen again. Oh my word. Liverpool. What is going on here? Could be on the verge of a quadruple. It's 2-0 to West Ham. Wow.
West Ham 2, Manchester City 0.
Well, not for the first time, Zinchenko has been
Wow.
positioned and makes a really poor choice.
Jared Bowen is some player, isn't it? Wow. This is incredible. Just imagine, West Ham, if they're going to win this now, West Ham, they would have beaten the best teams, well, the teams everyone thinks that is the best team in the world. To be fair, they are. The best teams in the world, Liverpool and Man City, in this current era, have gone to the London Stadium. If West Ham go to win this, they're beating both of those teams. That is incredible. It's just phenomenal. It's 3-2 against Liverpool at London Stadium in November. And it's 2-0 to West Ham here.
Now that was Declan Rice all over on Rodri. West Ham defending though. Manchester City with Mahrez curling it in. Headed away from West Ham by Solskjaer. He's almost at times been playing like a central defender.
To just have a little quick and see who it was. It was Solskjaer, wasn't it?
I cross in from the right from De Bruyne, but that will land on the roof of the net and is through and over. Let me provide you with another little piece of evidence that really we should have presented earlier in the day, because as well as that 0-0 draw in the club with Manchester City, West Ham here this season have beaten Liverpool, Chelsea and Tottenham this season.
They have.
In this crucial end of season match. So for both clubs, remember, for their different ambitions, at half time, Matt Upton, it's West Ham 2, Manchester City 0.
Well, the preparation has been here, hasn't it? He talked about David Moyes has had 7 days to prepare for this game. What it means to West Ham, the occasion with Mark Noble, but finishing in that top 6 as well. West Ham have approached this game with everything they have. The tackles from Declan Rice that you've said twice. I mean, the crowd are absolutely loving it. I've not been here and seen the enjoyment of a football match like this before, I don't think. They are fully behind their team. And everything is making it just that little bit more difficult for Manchester City to get back in this game.
So if this was the final whistle rather than the half-time whistle, Liverpool would have an opportunity on Tuesday, if they win at Southampton, to go level on points with Manchester City with 1 to play. And with this scoreline, Manchester City's goal difference advantage is +5 over Liverpool. So that is the state of play. But there's still 45 minutes to go, and it's West Ham 2, Manchester City 0.
John, it pains you to do a live league table, doesn't it?
Well, that's why I'm not. I'm just saying what the situation is with 45 minutes still to go.
Yeah, well, I will do it. If it stays like this, Liverpool would be 3 points behind, and it's probably a good time to mention that we do have commentary of that game between Southampton and Liverpool on Tuesday night as well. And speaking of Liverpool, Matt, this almost reminds me of the situation Liverpool were in against Villarreal in the Champions League. A rare occasion of being behind the 8 ball, conceding a second just before half-time. This is a massive team talk for Pep Guardiola.
Oh, isn't it? It's a huge team talk because for them to come back and just get something out of this game. You know, a point now looks an absolute brilliant point for Manchester City. But I have to applaud the preparation that West Ham have put into setting this team up, and David Moyes, the work he's done in this week.
I'll be back in a sec.
179.
We are going to be back for the second half.
3 now, trailing Lancashire's first innings score still by 118 runs. Let's go back to the London Stadium. I'm looking at Pep Guardiola with bubbles swirling all around him, Matt Upson, but it's not champagne.
He had a thingy. He had a fly on his head the other day, didn't he? Pep. Rigby, come here. Rig, come here. Rig, come on. Sam, please don't do it. No, I don't think he did. No, Rigby, don't destroy my jump, please. Oh yeah, okay. I think the second half is about to get underway in the Premier League. It has already got underway. Go say hello. Go say hello. You can say hello, aren't you? Manchester City back in it. Jack Grealish has scored. Leicester 3-1 up at Watford. Leicester have a 2-goal deficit. What's the matter, eh? Got full of dog hair now. You're alright, aren't you, pig? Man City have come out flying out the blocks in the second half. In Watford are done for. Hold on a second. You alright, Big? Welcome for cuddle. Yeah, well, it is 2-1. Leicester 3-1 up at relegated Watford. United aren't playing this weekend, Coach's Corner. The next game is the last game of the season away at Crystal Palace. The reason that is because we played Chelsea. We were supposed to be playing Chelsea this weekend, but they had the FA Cup final scheduled. Still 0-0 at Villa Park. Yeah, that's a dead rubber game, isn't it? Stockport are 1-0 up against Halifax. So Stockport, as it stands, are going up.
Well, you pushed them very, very hard, didn't you, today? I imagine you've seen a lot of positives to take into your final two.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think so. I think we've come here today with a plan of how we wanted to play. I think we executed that well apart from a decision. So, no, listen, I'm really proud of the group. Again, I've seen that fight spirit, I've seen that character, I've seen a group who come here and didn't.
I wonder why there was so much added time. Yeah. I wonder why there was so much added time. In the first half of the Tottenham match. Wolves are level. Ryan Nuri has got the goal. Weymouth are 1-0 up away at Dover. Paddy Madden, former Fleetwood striker, also played for Yeovil, has put a Stockport in front against Halifax. Manchester City's women are level in the Women's FA Cup final. What do you want? 4 likes, thank you. Excuse me. What's up? Eh? What's up? Look at this dog. Look at him. He's literally like a child. Aren't you? Barnet are 1-0 up against Bromley. You can hear one of his brothers, can't you, Big? Barnet are 1-0 up against Bromley. Daniel Powell with the goal. Hibernian beat St Johnstone 4-0. St Johnstone have to play a Scottish Premiership playoff against Inverness, who are trying to get back into the Cinch Scottish Premiership. It's a weird system that they have in Scotland. Yeah, St Johnstone this time last year, they'd won a cup double. They won the Scottish Cup and they won the Scottish League Cup. So it's like the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup to us in England, but the League Cup and the Scottish Cup in yeah, I'm sure you get what I mean. And still 2-1 to West Ham. Bromley are level. Mason Bloomfield, don't know who he is. Weldstone are 1-0 up at Aldershot. Yeah, so I'm not sure how. Still 0-0 in the Wrexham game. He's funny. He is. Werder Bremen are 1-0 up in their game against. Let me try to pronounce this. Jan Regensburg. So, hang on a second. I think that would mean that Werder. I think that would mean that Werder Bremen would go up back to the Bundesliga. If I am right. Rigby, come here. Come here. Rig, come here. Quick. Come here. Come on. Over here. Yeah, he's funny. Rigby, come here. Oh, West Ham almost. 3-1. Decisions. Decisions. Yeah, I think Werder Bremen could go up today if they win. I wonder if there is any Bundesliga action. There's no Premier League goals at the moment. Pretty quiet. The last one was the goal in the Wolves match. Stockport and Halifax is 1-0 to Stockport. Conor McAvoy and Tom Knowles scoring in their games. All away teams that have scored in the last few goals in the National League. It's been a decent second half. I've been on my phone a lot. I've been pretty quiet because the games have been really quiet. It's 2-2. Wow. Well, if... Yeah. So 2-2 at the London Stadium. West Ham are level. So Swindon are 2-1 up against Port Vale. 1-2-1 against Port Vale earlier. Hello. All right. Okay. Something to drink. Yeah. Oh, Aston Villa 1-0 up against Palace. Rigby doesn't like the sound of that. You're not a fan of Aston Villa, Rigby? Is it something to do with Gerrard? (4-1) to Leicester as well. I think Leeds are done for. I think they've gone down. I don't know if it'll be today. Burnley lost. I think if Everton win later, they're safe. Grealish and Soufal getting the goals. It would take them 4 points clear for now. I think a draw will benefit Manchester City. Of course, they'll want to go all the way and get the win. If they win, they're on the brink of winning the league. Yeah, so by the way, looks like next week could be our final stream of the season. Because, yeah, I don't think I've got as much energy to stream all the time. Conor McNamara and James McFadden are doing the game later. What for 5 Live? Mark Noble's coming on. The West Ham captain. He's going to play the last 15 minutes. Next goal wins. Pretty sure there's been a goal everywhere. Do Leeds have any response against Brighton? Will those 10 points Burnley picked up help them avoid relegation, be enough for them? Well, I love Everton fans cheering the players. Thomas Frank as well, who's coming into Goodison. Christian Eriksen. Quality footballer. Is he going to be staying at Brentford? He's been linked with a couple of clubs. Leicester, one of them. You all right, Rick? He's been linked to the return to Tottenham. He's been linked with a move to Leicester. I don't think he had a this. I remember his free kick against AC in the semi-final of the Coppa Italia. Gonna go sleep, Rigby? Yeah, he's asleep. Yeah, Leicester City held talks with Inter Milan to sign him. Manchester United is another club that's been linked with him. Alder shot a level against Wealdstone. Stockport still 1-0 up against Halifax. Apparently Man City won the penalty. It's alright, Big. Alright.
Around the place. Yeah, he's been told Anthony Taylor to come have a look at the screen. We know what that means. This is going to be a penalty for Manchester City.
I mean, this is as good as just overturning, isn't it? Really. And based off the evidence I've seen, there's only one conclusion Anthony Taylor's going to come to when he sees this.
Well, he's had to run halfway into the other half for some reason. The screen is there. It's got the VAR signs around it, and this is just an exercise in rubber stamping the decision that has been given by the video assistant referee to overturn Anthony Taylor's original decision that it was not a penalty. When Dawson put in the challenge, Anthony Taylor has seen enough. He's walking away. There's the rectangle, and there is the penalty. It's a penalty to Manchester City, and they will have a chance to win this match. This penultimate match of the season, in which they were 2-0 down at half-time. And already Riyad Mahrez, the players knew, everyone knew, Riyad Mahrez was already thinking about this spot kick. He scored 7 penalties this season. This has got pressure all over it. Fabianski on the line. The momentum has been with Manchester City overwhelmingly in the second half here at London Stadium.
Facial expression there, Mahrez looks a little bit concerned.
Well, wouldn't you think? Hands on his hips, staring at the ball. Left-footed penalty. Fabianski on the line. He waits and he waits.
Let's wait, see what happens to this penalty.
Left-footed now. Fabianski saved!
Saved!
And it's still 2-2. And all that Liverpool says, well done, Lucas Fabianski. Pep Guardiola rubs his head. And Manchester City still have work to do in the final 5 minutes. Still 2-2.
Well, where is this game going to go next? I mean, we've got so much drama in this match. Fabianski, who is one heck of a penalty saver, it has to be said, he's a difficult goalkeeper to score against. But I've mentioned the look on Mahrez's face because it just didn't look right, John. And I know it's a big moment. Of course you're going to be super nervous, but his facial expression just said to me, I'm not too sure if I've got the belief to score this. And it was a nice height. He struck it well, but it was a nice height for Fabianski, and he just gambled the right way.
Manchester City win a corner, yet another corner. Manchester City, Mahrez to take this.
Intensity is growing. The
The
tension.
Huge moment. In it comes to the back post. West Ham get ahead on that Dawson out towards the far side. And it's run back by Laporte. They feel that was a foul on Sofal, and it's given. Rodri with a challenge it was on Sofal, free kick for West Ham. They're not going to hurry the taking of this, West Ham. You can have as much time as you like until a part, Pat Murphy.
Yep, because it's now 1-1, just about to equalise. Poor bit of defending. It didn't really clear a free kick. It bobbled back and forth. Should stole in from about 6 yards off. Substitute shoot. Well-deserved equaliser. Watkins has been credited with the Villa goal. It's Villa 1, Crystal Palace 1.
Half-time in the Super League at Salford. Dave Woods.
Salford 16 leads for some eye-catching stuff in Salford at times. 3 tries, Kids here, 2 Burgess and the actors. Leeds 1 attack, 1 score. Ash Henley, Salford dominant, 16-4.
We're in the closing stages now, here at the London Stadium, and in all of these 2 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League. It's West Ham 2, Manchester City 2 here. West Ham for the throw, which is into the box. Born with a cross. 2 Manchester City defenders block it, and then Grealish swings it further away with his left foot. Out of play for a throw in level with the edge of the penalty area. Comes back to West Ham again. Ball lifted down the line. That's headed away. Now Antonio out there near the corner flag. In comes the challenge. It's a throw in to West Ham, 4 or 5 yards away from the corner flag. What about Leeds Brighton? John Akers.
Leeds 0, Brighton 1. 4 minutes for Leeds to find something, but Welbeck should have had a second for Brighton a moment ago. Scoring the first, ahead of point blank range. Wide, it's Leeds 0, Brighton 1.
West Ham with a long throw into the Manchester City box, which is headed away to the edge of the box and then chested away. And Manchester City clear, and they bring it forward.
Goal 5-1 to Leicester now.
Mahrez, who shoved over by Cresswell. Free kick. Mahrez quickly up on his feet, wants to take it quickly, but Cresswell has stayed down. And we've got that 90 seconds to 90 minutes.
88 minutes, and it's just frantic. I mean, West Ham all of a sudden looking like they might try and catch Manchester City's hold, who have defended better in their second half. City, I think they're looking a little bit
5-1 to Leicester.
That back line, they've had a better line, but this game has just been here, there, and everywhere so far.
Do you think, Rig?
I've got a feeling it's not over yet, John.
They call it Watford, Jonathan Overend. Another excellent finish from Harvey Barnes, his second of the day. Watford 1, Leicester 5. Manchester City continue to come forward. 2-2 the score here. Opening the door a little for Liverpool. Although with this scoreline, Manchester City would be confirmed champions on Tuesday if Liverpool lost at Southampton, we should say. You'll hear that on 5 Live Tuesday night. Here's Cancelo on the right-hand side. Cancelo's ball in, volleyed away near the penalty spot for West Ham. Comes out to Antonio. We're in the 90th minute now. Manchester City, who came back from 2-2, but in the last few minutes have seen a penalty saved by Fabianski. What a
Emmanuel deserved it.
Went the right way to his left and he kept it out.
Well, he certainly deserves that goal.
Into the box, Zinchenko turns and weaves and shoots, but it lacks power. And Fabianski is able just to fall onto it to his left.
It's just little passes like that from Kevin De Bruyne that, you know, that only he sees. And okay, it didn't come to a goal or even a great opportunity, but he gives the eyes and he just pings this pass straight into Zinchenko's feet. I mean, it's just a little moment of magic.
West Ham going to make a change. Ben Johnson's coming on. 4 minutes of added time, so 4 minutes. And if West Ham get out of this with something, really, I mean, what a rearguard action that is in the second half, albeit having conceded 2 goals and saved the penalty.
And it was just the pace of Jesus on the penalty, wasn't it? I mean, Dawson's, who for me, on the whole, has had a brilliant game.
Still 2-2.
So hard to deal with that explosive first 5 yards that Gabriel Jesus
Leicester
has,
have
and he just
smashed Watford.
City continue to come forward.
Brighton
Now on the left-hand
leading
side.
1-0 away to
So
Leeds.
Grealish works it back.
I think this will be their highest finish in the Premier League. Definitely should be certain.
The two of them turn and actually almost give it an FA Cup final style handshake. And here is the change then for West Ham. Cornell's off. And Ben Johnson coming on. Ben Johnson, who is the young hammer of the year, incidentally, which is an award that this week they announced is going to change to become the Mark Noble Young Hammer of the Year award from now on. Not sure how often he's touched the ball since he's come on the field, Mark Noble.
Well, he's come on in that number 10 role as well, so he's literally a straight switch with that Lanzini, and Noble's really high up, but I mean, how much opportunity he had to have the ball. He's coming with a blueprint of screen, press, take up good positions, keep your eye on runners, and just take responsibility. And he's just been shifting from side to side, John, hasn't he? Really, as Manchester City have been controlling the ball.
They have. So we are in the second minute of added time. Johnson's come on the left. So I mean, really, he's just another defender. 5 at the back, 6 at the back, 7 at the back, 8 at the back. But now they're going downfield, and Antonio with a bouncing ball. Challenged by Fernandinho. It bounces out of play, and it's not given us a free kick, which has incensed the West Ham supporters. Tough place to come, tough place to referee. De Bruyne on the right-hand side. De Bruyne.
Half-time scores in non-league.
Mahrez on the right. With this scoreline, Manchester City would have a 4-point lead in the Premier League over Liverpool. Here's Rodri on the edge of the box. Rodri gives it square. Bernardo Silva is there. Bernardo Silva back onto his right foot, then to his left. Gives it to Grealish. Grealish into the penalty area. Bernardo Silva, left-footed ball, curled into the back post, hanging away to Cancelo. Cancelo volleys it over everyone in the penalty area. Bounces out into the full-back position. Bernardo Silva back to Grealish. Grealish, little touch on the ball with his toe in. And then back to De Bruyne. Now Laporte has joined in over there on the left-hand side. Here's the cross from Bernardo Silva. No, not yet. Fooled everyone. Laporte hits the cross. A header from Rodri, but that just bounces across the penalty area. Out to Mahrez on the right-hand side. Mahrez with the ball at his feet. A little shimmy, then square. Grealish with a shot that's blocked inside the penalty area. Bounces out.
Desperation at the moment. Will be a winner. Goal, Leeds have levelled. Leeds United are level.
Guess what's happened at Leeds? Equaliser in the second minute of stoppage time for Leeds United. Strike with it, header in the far post. Gelhardt with brilliant work at the byline, and the Roots come up Ellen Road. Can they find a winner? 4 minutes left of added time. Leeds 1.
1-1. Big goal for Leeds.
Out of the bottom 3 and drop Burnley into the relegation zone after Burnley lost 1-0 at Tottenham earlier. West Ham making a change. David Moyes having to see if he can see this out. And it is Antonio who has played a game today that almost only Mikel Antonio can. And Andrei Yarmolenko comes on for what would be a last appearance for him as a West Ham player here at this stadium.
Yeah, I mean, Antonio, he's got broad shoulders, but he needs them by the way he plays. I mean, he just carries that front line, doesn't he? He allows West Ham to do what they've done today, which is defend deep, compact that area. But when it goes forwards, I mean, he does so well to fight those battles and to hold it up and just to try and run the other way and stretch the defence as well.
West Ham still haven't taken this free kick. It's Noble who takes it. Takes a double deflection to Fernandinho on the edge of the penalty area. This match now, it's all down to how much time Anthony Taylor is going to add on, because already we're beyond 5 minutes of added time And Grealish bursts forward. And Grealish is into the penalty area. And advances to the left-hand side to Jesus. And now Zinchenko turns 360 degrees. Gets it to the left-hand side. Grealish with a cross to the back post. There's no one there for City. And there is the final result.
It's finished.
And Manchester
Finished 2-2.
That phrase is entirely appropriate. They've been held to a 2-2 draw. And Guardiola comes across. There's a handshake with David Moyes. They were 2-0 down. Remarkable game. 2-0
Not sure what's happened across the other games, by the way.
First half goals. But City, they dug so deep. I mean, the mentality of this Manchester City team, never mind Liverpool's mentality monsters, scored through Grealish, the two-foul on goal, that big moment in the 85th minute when they won the penalty. VAR awarded it. Riyad Mahrez stepped up to take it. I'm certain if he'd scored, Manchester City would have won the game. But Fabianski dived to his left and kept it out. So Manchester City, Matt Upton, have a 4-point lead over Liverpool at the top of the table. City with one match to play, Liverpool with 2 to play. But if Liverpool were to lose at Southampton on Tuesday night, that would be enough for Manchester City.
So also full-time at Watford and full-time at Wolves as well.
And how they've gone about this game and how they've got back into this game, it means more to me than if they get to wipe the floor with somebody 5-0 today. Because what they've shown, the resilience they've shown and the calmness they've shown, just as I'm watching Pep Guardiola have a lovely chat with Mark Noble and a hug and an embrace on the pitch. But what they've shown here today, Manchester City, is what they're made of stuff that champions are made of. And I think the comeback's been brilliant.
And nevertheless, were Manchester City to beat Aston Villa next Sunday afternoon, whatever happens, that would guarantee that City would be champions. But what a game we've seen here, and we've still got more Mark Noble tributes to come. I'm not sure anyone's got the energy for that. Remarkable game. West Ham 2, Manchester City 2.
Much more to come on that game with John and Matt in a second, but there's been another goal in the Women's FA Cup final. John Southall.
And it's gone to Chelsea. Chelsea 2, Manchester City 1. Brilliant strike by Aaron Cuthbert on the edge of the D. She curled it off the crossbar and into the
Aston Villa 1, Crystal Palace 1.
Great game here, Chelsea 2.
I think it's just Leeds Villa were just Leeds Brighton were waiting on.
And we said it at half time. A team in Manchester City who were so rarely behind the 8 ball. They showed exactly what they're about.
Big, come here.
It's just more about the accuracy, the purpose when they were in the opposition box. They had all the
Rigby, come here.
but they just lacked that little bit of
Come on. When's this lead score? I don't want to miss anything, and I need the toilet too.
On the whole, it was a brilliant example of a team really trying to hang on and defend, to be compact, to be tough to beat, and then a team like Manchester City who had to work and probe and almost suffocate the opposition into submission, and that's how the game went. It was just a brilliant encounter to watch.
Steve, from a West Ham point of view, in terms
They're in the 8th minute of stoppage time for some reason. I don't know why.
56 points, Manchester United 58 points. West Ham's got the superior goal difference. 2 points behind. They've both got a match to play. West Ham are at Brighton next Sunday afternoon. Manchester United at Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're going to move away from the London Stadium now because the full-time whistle has just gone at Ellen Road, and what a result this is for Leeds United. John Akers.
It never looked likely, but Leeds have found a point.
And Leeds have got a draw against Brighton. Thanks, guys, for watching this stream. It's always well appreciated. Next week is the last one of the season. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment below. This is Brad the Lad. See you on the bit. Roar.